IRS Notice CP561A. This is a notice that you might receive from the IRS if you've applied for an adoption taxpayer identification number for your adopted child and it's about to expire. So we'll go through this notice. We'll talk about what you need to do and where you can also get some more information about this tax issue. So in the upper right hand corner, you'll see the notice number, CP561A. You'll see the notice date, contact information for the IRS, as well as a reference number. In the left hand side, you'll see the taxpayer name and address. You probably will want to keep your contact information up to date with the IRS. So if you've recently moved, then you should update your address within the IRS records. You can do this by filing the change of address form, IRS form 8822. We'll put links in the show notes to resources we've created about that form as well as any other form we mention here. So let's take a look at this. So first page, important information about your child's ATIN. So let's talk about what an ATIN is. So an adoption taxpayer identification number is a temporary number. It's supposed to be an identification number for an adopted child if that child does not have a social security number assigned to him or her already. So a lot of adoptive parents have to go through this, particularly if they're in the middle of adopting a child from overseas. Then this would be the tax identification number they can use for reporting that child as a dependent on their tax return. So in this case, the ATIN is expiring in 3 months. So what do you need to do immediately? Well, one of two things. Either you have received a social security number for that child, in which case you would complete the enclosed form 15100, which is the adoption taxpayer identification number extension request. So then you would, well, let's see. It looks like you would complete the form 15100 in either situation. Either you have received the social security number or you have not, and it looks like the road to both still means that you complete form 15100. So I don't think that's correct. I think that you would actually complete a form called 15101, which is the notification to the IRS that you have obtained a social security number for that child. So but if you haven't, then you would complete the extension request, why you need an extension, the reason you can't get a social security number, the status of your adoption, and then the original signatures of your parent, of the adoptive parents. So real quick, this is what that form would look like. The ATIN extension request, it's a simple one-page form that should be included with your notice. So there should be contact information here. There's a link that we're going to go to in just a moment to a page on the IRS website where we can learn more about this. And then this would be the stub that you would submit with your completed extension request. So let's take a look at this. This is frequently asked questions about ATINs. So again, the form to provide the social security number for that adoptive child would be form 15101. The extension request is 15100. So I think that this is probably a typo. You would complete one tax form if you received a social security number. You would complete a different tax form if you did not. So pretty straightforward. It is important to keep in mind that this is a temporary identification number, and there are certain things like the earned income credit that you cannot attain on behalf of a child with an ATIN because you would be required to have a social security number instead of an ATIN. So just keep in mind, this is a temporary number. You should be striving for a permanent social security number for your child. And whenever you receive correspondence from the IRS, it is in your best interest to keep your records up to date. So I think that's all we have for this notice. As I mentioned, we'll put links in the show notes to resources we've created about some of the forms mentioned here, as well as other forms that might be pertinent to adoptive parents. So if you like our articles, please subscribe to our newsletter. If you like our YouTube videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, or if there's a topic that you'd like to see covered in an upcoming video, please hit us up in the comments section. Thank you very much and have a great day.